Hi, this is Tomas from LIK, and you're listening to the Dan Shan Show on Hard Rock Hell Radio.
Hey Thomas, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. And did you do anything decent for Halloween? It's just passed.
Nah, not really. Just hung out with some friends, drinking beer.
Because obviously Sweden have handled the pandemic a little bit different, haven't they? Is it still like that?
Yeah, it's still like that. But it's gotten worse everywhere. So we got a little bit more restrictions, but nothing, no lockdowns or anything. It's just restrictions and
right. So
how do you say it? It's like recommendations on how to act.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
So you guys have just released your third album, Misanthropic Breed, back in September. How's it been received since then?
It looks like it's been received very, very well, actually. We haven't got to play anything for it, but a lot of reviews. We've done way more interviews. And if you look at streaming stuff like Spotify and stuff, it just goes on and on.
Yeah.
So, and I heard we sold a lot of records as well. So
you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Good.
But it's so hard. It's hard to understand. It's easier to understand when you're actually playing somewhere and there's a lot of people coming to the show. What the hell? So it's hard to grasp.
So have there been any shows in Sweden?
We did one small show just to try out some new songs and then play something, because we haven't been able to do anything. Because in Sweden you're allowed to have 50 people in a
venue
place.
Yeah,
in a venue. Yeah. So we did that. And it was so really cool.
Yeah.
But also, but it was cool.
Yeah, cool. And I believe that due to the pandemic, you had to record this album in your rehearsal space. How did that all go?
Yeah, it was a bit hard because everybody was really wanted to go to the studio. We had been rehearsing. We rehearsed a lot for this album. I don't know why we did it. We didn't do it for the other. Of course, we rehearsed, but this time we rehearsed a lot more, if you'd say that.
Yeah.
So we were a bit tired of our rehearsal space.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to go to the studio. We were planning on staying in the studio, sleepovers and shit like that.
Fresh start, fresh place, yeah.
Yes. You can get the whole vibe of all the band is like staying together in the studio and working out like the last few kinks and stuff like that.
Working till late, working through the night.
Are you
drinking?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We're not really that heavy drinking while recording. It's
the party
we do
afterwards.
it when we're done.
Yeah, sure.
But making sure that it's all good,
Yeah. So what do you guys write about? I mean, are the themes generally macabre all the way through?
Yeah. Horror movies, death, murders, war.
Yeah.
I think diseases.
So,
sometimes.
so do you read? Do you watch a lot of like documentaries and horrors, or is this all like it's like fascination in your head sort of thing?
Lots of horror flicks.
Yeah. What's your favorite horror flick?
I think Chris.
We've just had Halloween, so what's your
my favorite horror flick?
Yeah. Is it a slasher?
I like the it's actually might not. It's hard to say my favorite, but there's a Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
It's a slasher comedy thingy.
Oh, really?
It's hard to tell a favorite, but that's a more recent one I watched, and it's really, really, really good, and also stupid, and I really like that. I also watched Bad Taste, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. That's also funny and funny.
That goes on to that actually goes on to me to mention this thing that the video for Morbid Fascination is certainly a shocker and in almost a jokey kind of way. What's the story behind that? Because I'm sure you guys don't normally go around Stockholm slaying, do you?
Yeah, of course we do. We're a death metal band.
Yeah.
No, it was like I think we had this idea, like we have to do it and bring someone in to kill us,
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like a trauma video.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorites there is the Decapitated.
Yeah.
The happy guy jumping around in the forest and slashing people. And there's lots, when he kills someone, there's blood splashed on the floor.
Yeah.
Dead, it's so cool.
Yeah, classic old
so
stuff.
I've always been fascinated by a lot of that stuff. So,
yeah, it's a cool video. It's funny. Made me chuckle.
Yeah,
that's
good.
In a good
we were
way.
hoping that people would take it in that way.
Definitely.
We were a bit uncertain if it's too cheesy, but
yeah,
I don't think it can be too cheesy.
No, I think it's cool. I love the band's sound. For me, it's just what I want to hear. You can feel it in the pit of your stomach. How do you nail that sound?
Not sure. We're from Sweden.
Yeah.
It's just that it's the Dismember and Tomb sound, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to continue.
Yeah.
With. And Chris has been playing death metal drums for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been playing a lot of different kind of metals, but mainly death, something like that.
Yeah.
And when we met and started playing, we realized that Dismember and Entomb were the favorite bands. So, and I think Dismember had quit. So I think Dismember quit in 2018 or 11 or something like that. Don't remember. 11 it must have been.
Yeah.
So we just, why don't we just continue with this kind of music, because it's so fucking good? Why don't we just continue playing this kind of, the riffs and the HM2 pedal and all that stuff that makes it so iconic. I don't know why we do it the way we do it. It's hard to say, but I think it's because we love the music. We make a song and we start laughing because it's so, oh, do you remember that song? Yeah. And then, if we have a idea or something like that, and then, you can have that riff, and then we can sound like something like this, and then we start laughing because it's so funny.
Yeah. And there's a couple of you that sing in the band. Obviously, yourself and drummer Chris. How do you share duties? Does he play more of a backing vocals type role?
Nah, he sung on 2 tracks on the first album. Mm-hmm. What's this? The end track, Trail of Entrails, and also a song called Sickening.
He's singing on that.
He's singing on those 2, and I'm not singing at all on those 2 tracks.
You play guitar though, right?
Yeah. It was just, I think he wanted to do it, so he said, why don't you do it, because it's funny. And on the first album, we didn't even know what was going to happen with the band. We were just happy playing, having a good time, having a laugh. Just playing death metal.
Having a laugh, yeah. And you guys play in other bands, don't you, as well?
Yeah, for sure. Nille, guitarist, Niklas Sandin, he's playing with Catatonia. Yeah. And Chris is playing with Witchery. And me, I'm playing in Bloodbath. Mm-hmm. Yuki is playing in a band called Over Torture, and and stuff like that. Yeah.
Busy guys.
Yeah, the other bands aren't that busy, but except for Nille, he's the full-time musician, of course. But,
And what does the band's name mean?
It means Swedish corpse, word. It means corpses. It's the same word.
Yeah.
Ett lik, flera lik in Swedish.
Lik, yeah. And the logo is pretty striking too. Who did the logo for you?
The original logo was made by Anders from Catatonia. And then we got a hold of Mark Riddick, who does all the artwork for us. And he was like, "Do you mind if I touch up on the logo?" And we were like, "No, what's going on here, man?" Because it's so cool. And then he made the logo look like the coolest logo in the world. Yeah. So we were really happy with that. Mark is amazing on doing that kind of stuff. But it was originally Anders' idea, so
yeah, it's a cool logo. So do you feel the death metal scene is evolving, or do you think it's always going to reflect on the old school sounds?
I think it's going to reflect on the old school sounds.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to, because for me, I think this is death metal. That's the way death metal should sound, because that's the kind of death metal that I have been listening to. And of course, there's other styles, but I've tried listening to it and whatever, but always fall back on this kind of stuff. So And if death metal is evolving, it's going to be something else and not death metal.
Not death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an orthodox death metal guy.
Yeah, me too.
I like to listen to other kinds of music, but if it's death metal,
Well, I was going to ask you what are your personal influences away from death metal? What else gets you going?
I have this favorite band called Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, I know,
American rock band, something emo or something like that.
Yeah, I know them.
And I listen to like synthwave music.
Yeah,
lots of stuff like that.
Keeping it broad. You got to.
Yeah.
Got it. So, are you going to be taking the album on the road when you get the chance? Obviously, you say you did a show in Sweden. That must have given you the taste of what's to come for the future. I mean, you want to take this into Europe and travel around?
Of course, we have plans on. We were supposed to be on tour in Europe, like Germany, and countries around Germany. We were going to do that while we were going to release the album. But then something happened and we couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. So I'm
so tired of talking about this COVID.
I know. Are the plans already in place for next year for you, or?
Yeah, there are already plans. The tour is moved. We had this really great festival, summer festival coming up. We were kind of busy enough for being LIK.
Yeah,
and all those plans were cancelled, of course, and moved to next year.
Yeah,
which I'm not sure is going to happen, but we have to
fingers crossed. We've got to keep going.
Keep going. So planning, and then cancel it and move it further into the next year, and planning again. That's how it's going to be like now.
Yeah. Who would be your ideal touring partner?
Not sure. Nice bands.
Nice bands. Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, we would love to tour with Jimmy Eat World. That would be really cool. We had a strange combination.
Can you imagine the Jimmy Eat World fans? Who's his band?
They would love Beak.
So, with the pandemic in mind, do you think music can come back bigger and better when the pandemic is finished? I mean, do you think there'll be a newfound thirst of live music and supporting bands?
Yeah, I sure hope so, because that's what it felt like when we did this small Swedish show. People were like, "Yeah, it's so fucking great that you come out. I don't know what to spend my money on.
Live music. Live music. Yeah.
I hope so. That's like what it is. So I think if you really are a music fan, and then you're gonna go watch shows, of course.
Exactly.
And people are like sit at home just doing nothing. So I guess the excitement is even.
Do you think that people have had more time to listen to new music and discover new bands while they've been sat at home doing nothing?
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously going to help you guys, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah,
get those Spotify.
Got a lot of new listeners. On this album.
Oh, that's cool. Well, Thomas, thanks for chatting with me. Good luck with the album and good luck for the future.
Thank you so much.